So let's talk about this thing, marriage. Marriage should be marriage is one of them words that's like a verb, a noun, adjective. Shit is everything. It's definitely work, so you know it's a verb. And it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. So you know it's a noun. When I think of marriage, I think of my parents. When I think of my parents, I think of two people who came together and decided through whatever happened, this is what it's gonna be. Me and you be married. Through everything. When I say everything, I'm talking about everything. So and then today's society, I feel like people, and that's not to say that that's a good thing. I don't know whether it was good or bad. I could have my opinion on it, but that's not what we're talking about. So, well, that is what we're talking about, but not about that situation. That's my parents. That's their situation. It ain't got shit to do with them. You feel me? I got my own life to deal with, and so when I'm speaking on that situation, I'm speaking as far as my parents. So, just looking at the sign. So, in today's society, I feel like people don't have that longevity in mind going in. Most of the time, not every time, of course. All about anything is 100% wrong. There's always an exception to anything. So, but in that aspect, I feel like people get in it for the wrong reasons and don't understand that marriage is a verb. You got to do work. It's something you do. It's not just something that is. Marriage is. Some days you wake up and don't want to be married, but guess what? You're still married. And then when you look at it, because tomorrow going to be way better than yesterday, which was the best day you knew until tomorrow, which is going to be the greatest day you ever been in your marriage. Meaning, every day is a chance to be the best day in your marriage, but it's the work that you put in. If you sit around and each other not talking, not communicating, not putting nothing into the marriage, then the marriage is going to die. What are you holding on to? You don't have anything. You don't have anything of substance. You may go out to eat every weekend or however that go, but if y'all not sitting around talking about nothing, that means that you're talking to somebody, he or she's talking to somebody, however that go. Not saying conversation as far as trying to be with them, but just to talk. Human beings, we talk. We communicate. But a lot of times we go to work and we go out in the world and we take on all of these different situations and all of these different aspects of our own lives and attach that to everything on the outside going on. So then when we come home, our mind is so full and cluttered, we're not mindful of our partner that's here with us every day. And so it becomes a lack of communication. You stop talking about things, then it's like, well, when I talk to you about this, you respond this way, and that becomes the norm. And then you figure out, hold on, I'm having a conversation with my spouse without my spouse. Because it's already made up in your mind, in your head, where the conversations go, what's the response going to be, as opposed to, hey, what do you think about it? And accept what comes as conversation. Talk about it. Don't talk about it, but at least put the effort. Because the only thing kill conversation, the only thing kill a marriage faster than communication is communication. I don't know for a fact, but if you look up the numbers on divorces, I'm almost certain plenty, way more than half, I can't quote a number because I don't know, I would believe a lot of divorces at the core of whatever the problem, not the infidelity, not the whatever the other things were, the core of the problem, communication. It's needed. You have to have it. If you don't have communication, you can be in the best marriage, but that's a contradiction, because it can't be the best marriage if there's no communication. There's either somebody's holding their truth, or they're being somebody for someone else, portraying a character as opposed to being uniquely them, as opposed to expressing who they are and their opinions. They're so into this person world, or however you want to put that, to the fact that they've become basically what this person wanted them to be, or the image of this person in the spouse's mind, as opposed to their genuine self. So above everything, communication, and more communication. I say, well, I say myself said, yeah, why you think you are expert? No, I don't think I'm an expert. I just know that, first of all, I'm on my second marriage, meaning that I was married once and divorced. At this time in my life, I guess I will say, not I guess, I will say that I played more of a part in my divorce than I originally thought. But through therapy and years of looking at it from different angles as opposed to looking at it from mine, I know that I played a part in it. No matter who was at fault, I feel like we were at fault equally. So that's that, but that's a whole nother show. But being said that, it's a matter of, were we trying to find out to leave it, or find out to fix it? Meaning, through all the things were going on, looking in the phone and coming to the job and all this craziness, as opposed to saying, hey, for whatever reason, it don't really matter the reason, but hey, because of blah blah blah, I don't want to be with you no more. How do we work on that? Or at the least, how do we figure that out and separate amicably, as opposed to the bullshit that we went through because of what? Lack of communication. Lack of communication in the marriage, in the relationship, which only perpetuated more in the marriage. So even after the marriage, it was way worse as far as lack of communication. And again, that's not to say that anything could have been fixed, but it definitely could have been talked about to be able to move forward in a more positive manner than as how it went. It definitely could have played out differently with communication. Now that's me, that's just my example of what I went through. So not that I'm an expert. 2 marriages, I feel like I know a little bit about something. So that's just my thoughts.